Yo, hey guys, Ken Perryman here, and I'm back again with another product, and this is something a little bit more up my alley. Let me show you what it is. It is, as we all know, it's the S80. It is a 1 terabyte NVMe SSD M.2. Let's get right into it. All right, so what's really cool about this, and I opened it upside down. Oh, it comes with its own screwdriver? That's nice. Cool. So the really cool thing about this is nowadays this is what your hard drive looks like inside your computer. But also what's really cool about this is not just the fact that you need it inside your computer, you also can do things like this. This is an external SSD enclosure. So basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this and put it in here because I need another 1 terabyte of data storage, and I'm going to put it on here, and then I'm going to run a bench test on this to show you how fast this thing really is. Because here's the thing, NVMe SSDs, they move well, and they move fast. So they move data very quickly. So we're going to go ahead and jump right into it. Let me show you how simple it is just to put this in. So first and foremost, you got to identify, and what I love is it's already got a cooling sticker on the surface here. It is ready to go. Make sure that you identify your teeth location up here. And then also this is where you're going to end up screwing. And let me show you the teeth. I say teeth, it's just a place where the contacts will come in contact with the board itself. And you'll see it right there. So they will lock in, and I'll show that to you here in a minute. Let's go ahead and pull out the screwdriver. Let me go ahead and use my screwdriver that I was going to use to pull out this screwdriver. And then in here, underneath this would be, I believe, yes, is a small screw to mount it. But I already have one inside this enclosure, so we're not going to use it. All right. Now, in here, I have a 256, I believe 256 gig hard drive. I need something bigger. So let's go ahead and take this screw out. I'm going to go ahead and pop this plate off. Right, and there you go. Now this current device has also a cover, so let me show you. And what's cool about this device is it actually uses a rubber grommet to lock it into place, so we'll show you that. But again, this is also another NVMe SSD, but a smaller one. So what I'm going to do is take this out. I'm going to take this guy, and as you can see here, let me show it to you. Right there, we're going to connect this into it. Now you make sure that you have the right kind. But this one here with the NVMe has this little notch on this far side, and you can see over here that there's a small little block here that is providing that notch space, and it is right there. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and put this in at about a 45-degree angle. You're going to slide it in until it clicks. Let me do that again because it was quick and I was talking. But let me show you. Click, then you'll push it down. I'm sorry, before you push it down, we're going to take this grommet, set it here, right, as you can see there, and then we're going to push it down and lock it into place. And that is it. It is locked in. This is basically how it's also going to connect internally if you wanted to use this as a replacement as a hard drive for your main hard drive in your computer. But this is now going to be an extra hard drive for me that I can use to store my data on. Because I do a lot of editing, I need to have that capability of having extra hard drives. And then we are going to go ahead and lock this in. And that's it. That's all it took. I did that live. No speeding up, nothing. That's it. All right, guys, so we are back. And here it is. And I have just connected it to my computer. And I will confirm that here. I've renamed it the S880. Now, for a MacBook, or Mac computer, which I have here, I've had to initialize it. It didn't recognize it. You have to go in there and have it initialized. But once it's ready, you just go ahead and go check it out. And then we're going to go ahead and start the speed test. Now, there we go. How about that? That's pretty quick. Now, this is set about 10 gigabits per second. That's running at almost 11. So it is, read and write are bouncing between 11, 12. This is megabits, 1200. So that basically means 12 gigabits per second. This is basically reading at about 8. Look at that speed. This thing is actually pretty darn quick. And that's what I love about these devices. Now, I'm running off of a cable that's basically holding right around 10 gigabits per second, theoretical speeds. I'm going to try and run a USB-C to USB-C and see what that looks like. Hold on a second. We're going to switch that out. All right, guys, so you just saw the test with the 10 gigabits per second. You see this guy right here, this runs 40, okay? So even though they've stated that this device can run up to 73 gigabits per second, we're not gonna get that from this enclosure, but this is going to be some of the fastest that you'll ever see right now. And what's funny is you get this enclosure is probably right around 20 bucks. This guy's are about 150 bucks. It's coming down, but the point is that this right here is the chipset is designed to run a whole lot faster. So we're going to be able to run a whole lot faster chipset with this hard drive. And in here, this guy right here, this is a Samsung Evo. This is a fast moving enclosure, and I'm going to go ahead and give this a shot. Ready? We're going to go ahead and put this in. Let me switch over to my screen here. Now, unfortunately, where this cable is located, you're going to have to trust me because I've got to go back here and plug it in. Yes, and I found it as the 880. Okay, so let's go ahead and we're going to go ahead and run that test again, but I need to set it up real quick. And let's go ahead. You ready? Let's run the speed test. All right. That's what I thought. 26, 27. This one should run up about 20. Okay. So there are bottlenecks within the device, but you can see that originally with this guy right here that I had going, this was the bottleneck, not the cable, but this enclosure was the bottleneck. And this is one thing you have to be careful with. If you go get a hard drive, but you get a different enclosure, you may be restricted by the device or the cable itself. So don't misunderstand when you get a really nice device like this. Look at this thing. This thing's moving around 2,000. It's running at its almost full capacity of the enclosure, right? Also, that it's writing its capability is right around 16 to 2,000. That is really good. Now look at all of that. You see that one red X in that? That's 12K video. Who edits in 12K video? And what is it? Hold on. The ProRes writing 12K 60. Not even 12K 24, maybe even 12K 30 would be fine, but 12K 60 you probably might not be able to do with this drive. I mean, that's phenomenal. I'm completely impressed with this. So guys, I don't know what more I can say about this because I'm kind of fanning over this. This is super cool. I am impressed, and I love how this is working and the speed and the capability. Again, the only other true test left on this is longevity, and I'm impressed. Guys, I hope this was helpful for you. I do appreciate your time, and I'm out.